Next, we'll see the Patriots and the Chargers. New England leads the series 26-15 as they look for their 7th straight win over LA. It's Week 8, and it's only on EA Sports.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Matt Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense in this Week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. Because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense readying for their first possession, and it's Justin Herbert at the helm in his 2nd season now out of Oregon.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. Coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
That ain't working.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Dances by at the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Rookie with Tasker. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after try forthcoming. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Here is Eckler. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Lawrence Guy gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs, None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Gunnar Olszewski deep for New England. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw. Jones finding Bourne here over the middle. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup and a Patriot 1st down.
Off the play fake, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. A handoff, it's Eckler, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now the 3rd and goal.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Come on now, let's go.
Damian Harris Harris and the Patriot offense ready to take over again. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. 4 yards remain for second down. On second down and 4, Jones. And his pass incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Taken down, that is on the 7-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Dietrich Wise Jr. able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up the 3rd down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Ty Long now, standing just about on his own goal line. Trying to get a place on offense and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Jones. And caught by Henry. A solid stiff arm. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down. Jones. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kenneth Murray in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now it's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 15 yards there for number 15.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 2nd down, Eckler. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands, and yes, indeed, they pick up the 1st down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Herbert. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Matt Judon in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. New England's offense set to go.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And he'll let this go deep for Bourne.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw again. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now Herbert following the turnover. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 16 yards right off the bat, but a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Herbert on 1st down now. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From just shy of midfield, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Joe Reed returning. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Herbert's throw is caught here by Anderson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Dietrich Wise in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering, because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And this is Cook with the ground.
It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. Jones. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. the Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Cook. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he finds his man, complete. That's Cook. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Draw play, it's Eckler.
And that's going to be good for the Chargers' 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's caught right side by Anderson. Not much there, only a yard.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Herbert over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here's Ty Long now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 39-yard line.
Another go-around now for the Patriot offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Harris going to get it again on second down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. New England on third down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's another carry for Harris. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now Jones. Completes it to Aguilar. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Keeps himself upright, and he fends him off. He's going to lose 17 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and about a mile here.
Brings up second down.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on is the punter Long here as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Taking down the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Open man right side, Myers. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Open man is Myers. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete here. New England on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So now Jones and the Patriots down by 10. A little under a minute to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Here's Jones. Pass complete to Harris.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
To throw is Jones.
Out right to Bourne. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jones.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So this
this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So, for the Chargers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1.